Now, what are you looking at? Did you know that only 1,400 kinds of land animals would have to have been taken on the ark? And I really commend Ken Ham and his staff for coming up with these numbers because they look accurate to me. This is a zorse, meaning zebra father and horse mother. This is a zedonk, zebra male and donkey female. This is a what? What you think? A Hebra, a horse father and a zebra mother. What is this one? Well, it says Zonkey, so that's the answer. Now, what is the take-home lesson? He didn't have to take 2 of each species. He didn't have to take 2 race horses, 2 Shetlands, 2 draft horses, any of that. And you know what a mule is. You know, we've known about that a long time. So the evolutionists will challenge you some. How could you take all those millions of species you're going to have to take on that ark? How could you have possibly done that? He didn't say you had to take every species. Just take 2 of each kind, a representative kind. And then they will branch out, you know, but they're still going to stay within boundaries. And that's where the evolutionists have snookered us a little bit because they say, well, we're just talking about variation. See, that's evolution. No, that's variation, but there's boundaries. No dog evolves into a cat or vice versa, things like that. So, the science of genetics, pretty interesting. Look at DNA. Boy, has that set the world on its ear. DNA. Wow. Science magazine in 2013 said, you've got 500,000 DVDs in your DNA. Now, what does that mean? You've got 500,000 DVDs worth of information in your genome. And reported online today in Science magazine, a single gram of DNA would hold 2.2 million gigabits of information, or about which you could store in about 468,000 DVDs. So I took 468,000 times 1/8 of an inch. So I think that's the thickness of a DVD. And I multiplied it, and it comes out to be a stack of DVDs 1,833 feet tall, or over a football field higher than the Empire State Building, including the 222-foot tall tower. So a stack of DVDs from the ground all the way up to here, and that's the Empire State Building. That's a lot of storage because you contain a lot of information. Amen? So, the genetic code is a very complex thing. We all know that. And only a mathematical, super intelligent mastermind could have written the DNA code, because it's like reading a book with clear pages. And as you read in black ink on the pages, and as you read from left to right, it tells one story, or one set of instructions really. And as you read right to left, it tells a different story. You read top to bottom, a different story. Bottom to top, a different story. Oh, and then the letters that are stacked, they each tell a different story. Now, how could you possibly pull that off? How could you possibly pull that off? And this multi-directional coding makes it impossible for a random typo to benefit one code without destroying the other codes. And the bottom line is this type of coding cannot arise by any natural process and must be carefully designed. And this DNA code guarantees that when a mama cat has offspring, she got kittens. And a mama dog has puppies. And a mama horse has colts. And a mama human has grandkids. Or has kids, right? So, anyway, this is a summary of what we've talked about today. So, as you ponder this, and those of you that were not here in the first session, we did a good bit of that. Mostly, though, we were in the second session for this group. Some of you are in both sessions. And so, how many of you feel like that's some pretty good evidence? Any one nugget of which would have done the job?